Hi Juanito. We are super glad to have you here in the Wild Vine today.
I'm very happy to be the first guest.
Yeah, super cool. Exactly, you're the first of this series of 360 interviews we have offered to quite a few DJ in Ibiza this summer.
It's not a 360 question.
Yeah, don't worry. 360 doesn't mean 360 questions, but just 360 footage, as it's what we're gonna do today. So first of all, can you introduce yourself, like police interrogation style, surname, name, age, nationality, height, weight, where you come from, where you're going?
Okay. So my name is Jonathan. I'm 31. I was born in France in the city of Grenoble, at the south of Lyon. For somebody who doesn't know Grenoble. I am here in Barcelona for 2 years now, and the times fly here. And I'm producing electronic music. I'm also DJ, and I'm specialized in tech house music. And as a DJ, I can play from house to techno. It depends the moment where I'm playing, in the club and the festival. It depends. But I can say more. That's it.
I think that's a pretty good start. So as you said, we're in Barcelona today because we're gonna take the boat to Ibiza this evening. You asked us to meet you at Plaza de España. Why this place? Has it a special meaning for you? Is it a place you really like in Barcelona?
Yeah, it's a place I really like, and it's a very famous place in Barcelona. And also it takes part from my district. And also when I came for the first time in Barcelona, I arrived in this place.
Okay.
And during the summer when I went to the sauna for the first time, every time we are crossing this place, so
okay, yeah.
it was the reason I choose
this place.
This
yeah, okay. So as you mentioned it, you come from the French Alps. Since this interview's focus is about nature and environment, coming from the mountains and ending up here in Barcelona, a coastal city, must have been, I think, really big changes, no?
Exactly, it was a challenge for myself and my girlfriend. But this is what I would like we would like in our lives, something change. To change our way of life, the city. Exactly, we like more sun in our life, and we like party, we like music, and we like food. So it was a perfect city to move.
City to go, yeah, sure, I can imagine. And what about the environment? Very different from the mountains here.
Exactly.
Does it have an effect on how you feel or how you live, maybe?
Sometimes I can say I miss the mountain around me because from my childhood when we are going out, mountain at the south and the north, so sometimes it's missing me. But here time flies and I have a lot of things to do, and we can go to the beach that I like the most, and the sun, of course.
Yeah, the sun is.
During the winter, you can feel the
difference.
The difference.
I can imagine.
And the change between Grenoble and Barcelona.
Yeah, it must be a bit cooler to be in winter.
The winter is warm, lot of sun, and less tourists too, so you can do more things.
Yeah, enjoy more. Yeah, I know you were in Ibiza a few weeks ago.
Yeah, last week.
Last week, okay. When you go to the island, do you have time to enjoy it, to wander a bit over it, to discover some stuff?
Last week we didn't have a lot of time, so we made some parties, and we enjoyed at the villa with the swimming pool. But next September, I'm going with my girlfriend during 1 week. I have a gig, but to enjoy the island and the beaches and the country and everything.
So what could you tell us about the wild side of Ibiza? Maybe the beaches or some secret places you've ever been?
So at the beginning, when I went for the first time in Ibiza, we always went for partying hard, and then we didn't have time to discover the beautiful of the city, of the island. And now we rent a car and we can go in the countryside, the amazing beach with blue water, and we can visit some Formentera too.
Yeah, Formentera.
The island at the south of Ibiza, and it's beautiful when you can visit all this part of Ibiza. It's not only party.
That's what is great in Ibiza.
Most of the island of Mediterranean Sea is an amazing place.
Yeah, definitely. So you said your style of preference goes to tech house to techno.
Yeah.
If industrial techno can sometimes remind us of the atmosphere of factories, machines and production places, don't you think there is some kind of house music, even if it's not labeled that way, but who evokes natural elements, winds, wide spaces?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I think there is not a kind of music, but a lot of house or techno music. But the first thing I have in mind is something like Tale of Us.
Yeah.
They are doing a great party in Ibiza, and their kind of music remind me something like that about the wild, the nature, the things like that. And I remind also a video clip of Joris Vorn called Ringo, and it's perfectly the example. An electronic music with some footage of nature or beaches or some forest, some like that.
we discovered that it happens that electronic music, which is mostly made with synthetic and digital sonorities, seems to surprisingly fit well with natural places, with landscapes and stuff. You feel that way too?
I feel that, and I think it's about the feeling of the music and not about the way we are doing the music.
Yeah.
Because the way we are doing the music, it's electronic and sometimes hardware on with computer and something
and
like strong, you know. And but I think
the result.
The result
what
is
comes at the end.
sometimes is with emotion and take place in the nature perfectly.
Yeah, that's great. Going into the wild often feels like a return to basics. When you're out of clubs, studios and planes, do you sometimes feel the need to get closer to nature to recharge your batteries?
Yeah, sometimes I need it, and I don't have a lot of time for all these kind of things.
Yeah, I can
but
imagine.
sometimes I really need it, and when I'm in Barcelona, I'm going to the beach. For example, in winter, it's perfect. With less,
I was going to ask
less
you if
people,
there's...
and you can stay on the beach, watching to the wind, the waves of the beach,
Of the sea.
of the sea. Yeah. And sometimes in the hill of Barcelona, in the back, you have some hill, and you can watch all the city perfectly with some perfect view.
There's some quiet
Sometimes
place.
it is great to recharge battery.
Chill a bit
Yeah.
and
And if I'm in Grenoble, just to go out the city and the countryside, it's perfect.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. When it comes to create music, what would you say nature take parts to your production inspiration?
And it depends. Sometimes nature will take part a lot in my music, and sometimes I will have an inspiration from a city I have visited, or a party I made, or an artist I am focused on.
Have you got an example you could give me? Maybe a track you made that was inspired by some natural places or somewhere?
I have no like that. I can't
Like,
tell
yeah.
you, but I'm more feeling about a global place, for example,
Yeah.
more than nature. If you
Okay.
can understand. For example, when I went to South America, when I came back, I made a track with some Latin vocals, some percussions.
Yeah.
It's not only nature, but
Yeah, it's
a
a
global,
global
pack,
thing,
you know,
global
global thing,
thing, yeah.
and of a place for
Yeah,
people,
cultures,
cultures,
yeah.
everything.
Okay.
But of course, nature takes parts of the
of the whole package, if I
exactly.
could say. Yeah. And is there a particular place, landscape, a view, or maybe I don't know, that more than any other once really took your breath away? Something, a strong memory maybe of a natural place.
Yeah. The latest thing is when I went to South America. Each country I visited was wow, amazing place, because it was the first time for me in South America. So not only for music, but when I discovered new places like Viña del Mar or Medellin or Panama City.
It must be very different from here. So.
And each place was amazing, and I was it could be something I can take this inspiration from my music or from myself. And, yes.
Yeah.
It was this year in
It was
2019.
Yeah, in May, June to 2019, and each place, each country there was amazing. So I will say right now, the 4 countries I visited, it could be something.
Okay. Many DJs say that they like to tell a story during their sets. We more see ours like journeys.
Yeah.
And what about you? What do you feel?
I would say both, because it's like yes, a journey, but with a story you are telling about your journey,
Okay.
taking the crowd into your journey, and then you are telling your story.
Yeah. So what you say is, it's like you're yourself traveling during your mix, and you're trying to express what you feel to the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So both of these two things for me
things.
is in a DJ set, when I'm doing in a club or a festival, I will take both parts to tell my journey like a story.
Yeah, okay. And what kind of journey would that be when you mix? Would that be like, would you be more like a city traveler, or more like a bird that is gliding over mountains and lakes and forests?
I will say more city travelers.
More city travel.
Because I come from a city and I'm living in the city, and I'm always in the city.
Okay.
So I will be most something like that, and for example in my DJ set, playing some Latin music, for example, for explaining my journey in South America. Sometimes a bit more techno. The last minute of my session to be a bit like a German roots, some house music from Chicago, so more like city.
More jumping to
Exactly.
one city from another to, yeah, okay, I see. We all know that the way the crowd acts and reacts to what we play influence the tracks we choose and how we mix them. But what about the environment? I mean, do you feel and play the same way when you're in a club or outdoor in a festival? Does your surrounding influence your mood, your energy, and therefore your mix? Is there differences?
As I'm more DJ than producer, because I'm DJ since like 15 years. I always try to do something different about the place I'm playing. If it's a small club, a big club, or festival, open air, and it depends also about the set time. If I'm opening the session, or if I'm big time or closing, I always trying to play music and watching the crowd what they want. So definitely depends the moment and
And so you
So
also
the
let you
situation.
influence by what's surround you.
yeah.
Yeah.
For example, if it's in something open air, with in the countryside, so it will be different than
Yeah, the energy will be
a dark club,
Of
you know.
course. Yeah.
So I try to be different.
Okay, yeah. And this will be the last question. You know our videos Into the Wild.
Yeah.
So would you have a place in mind that you visited maybe where you would like us to immortalize one of your tracks in one of our future Into the Wild videos? And what track would that be?
Okay, so I will say two places.
Yeah.
So Viña del Mar in Chile when I was
Not
in
easy
May.
to go.
Not easy to go, yeah, for sure. But the place with the mountain and the Pacific Ocean in front of you, it's amazing. And last year I went for BPM Festival in Portugal,
Yeah, okay.
in the south of Portugal,
A
in
little bit
Algarve.
easier for us.
It's an amazing place too,
Amazing
because in front of the ocean and the mountain, and you can grab some very nice video.
Yeah, we've already done some videos in the south of Portugal, and they are very good ones.
And
So
I think about the track you could play there from my discography will be in this place, something like with my Latin roots. So I have 4 or 5 tracks like that that can perfectly fit there at this place.
okay,
Sure.
so well, yeah.
It will done.
we'll do it. Okay. Well, thank you very much for answering all the questions. It was really nice to have you here in the Wild Van. We wish you all the best for the future. And for all the people watching, just know that you can find every of our videos on Facebook and YouTube, and also have some exclusive content on Instagram. We'll put you every link in the description, and well, see you around for some
Thank you very
new
much.
Into the Wild adventures. See you guys.
Thank you, Juanito.
Thank you for having me, and it was great to have you in my city in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And have a ride.
Thank you very much.